over there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Don't look there. That's where
We're live.
That's where you guys
Oh my
are.
gosh.
We're live.
Wait.
Ah!
All right. Okay. What? Okay. Welcome to the BFF podcast, the best foot forward podcast. My name's Ann Duskus of Studio Duskus, and here with me is my co-host.
It's me, Vic from C'est La Vic. I almost forgot that we had to do an intro, so welcome. Thank you for Anne for being on top of things.
Happy Halloween.
Woohoo!
Okay. When we're like dressed up in character, like we're different people.
Yeah, I've got a different vibe on right now. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Also, I guess this is only video version, right? We won't have an audio version.
We will. I'm recording it.
Oh.
So it's gonna
okay.
go. It's gonna go on
All right.
Spotify.
So-
Listen on Spotify. Listen on YouTube. Anywhere.
Okay. So, let me just maybe make an announcement of what this is about. So right now, we are recording live and streaming directly to YouTube. Crazy. So,
Crazy.
so we're trying this out, and if you happen to catch us live, please drop in, leave a message, and anything that we get like pop up on our screen during this live, we'll try to say them out loud. So if you're listening, you know what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything going on over there on your
Yes.
screen, Vicky?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. This is our first time going live, and like honestly, kudos to us because we're trying new things. But I mean, this could be kind of cool because then there's no editing. You know, we just hop on.
Yep.
The live goes directly up onto YouTube, and then we take the footage and then upload it on all the other platforms, and it's all gravy. So yeah, let's get this show on the road though. We have something special planned.
We do, but before we get started, so today is Halloween, and we both got dressed up.
Yeah.
Can we just tell our listeners who are not watching a video version of this
Oh my
right
God,
now,
yes.
what are we?
Hold on. Okay, so is that Bob Marley?
Girl, it's Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Sorry. I'm like off track, completely off track. Anne has a Stevie Wonder tattoo on her chest. She's got a wig on that looks it's like in the shape of a mushroom. And she's got a full-on printed suit. Okay? Give me a wild guess at who she is. And she's got drumsticks in her hands.
I know. It's kind of a hard guess.
Yeah.
If you see me, it'll probably be easier.
Yeah.
But I am playing Anderson .Paak today, aka Anderson Dusk. I am ridiculous.
I love it so much.
I was like, what is my name gonna be? Well, I'm Anne. So and Dusk is, okay. Anyways,
Anderson Dusk.
Okay, so Vicky and you and I have decided that before we got in today, we were going to surprise each other.
Yeah.
And boy, am I surprised by your outfit. Okay, listeners, listen. Okay, so I got in after Vicky. Like she got in just like maybe 5 minutes before I got in. And where I parked the car, I can kind of see through the warehouse. Our studio is located above, like on a mezzanine level.
Yep.
And so I sort of saw this, like, I couldn't make out what she was because I saw her from afar, and it's kind of dark towards the end of the warehouse, and I was outside, and so it's like bright outside, and I just saw this like big old like bulbous thing, like the silhouette of this bulbous thing, like maneuvering around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is that? And then I got upstairs. I mean, she was prepared, like in position, like assume character, and she is a big old sea turtle. Like I'm talking like if there is a turtle that is like 300 or 400 years old, that is how big she is. Like her costume is so legit. Like, listen, you get what you pay for, okay?
Viewers?
It's like if you're on video, you kind of have to just like log on just to see this incredible like shell.
Squeaky shell.
It's incredible. Like details, the head, the turtle head, dude. It's so good. Like if you're gonna spend money on a costume, like you get what you pay for. This is an amazing costume that you can reuse over and over again.
Yeah, that's the idea. I looked at the costume and I was like, I want that. I need that. I can wear that every single year. So I just splurged and I got it. So it's this like giant turtle. And in the back, there's like a lot of, it's big even without this, but I stuffed it full of balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has like more body.
Mm-hmm.
Also, side note, Vicky also posted about a day in the life as a turtle on her Instagram account. It's hilarious. Please, please,
Wait,
please go check
And
it out.
can we talk? Anne also has a video of her getting ready as Anderson .Paak. And okay, let me just say something. I've seen this trend going around of people getting changed and like you jump up and then like the clothes get thrown on you, and I'm like, can I just applaud you for even attempting?
Girl.
Like she did such a good job, but like even attempting
so
that
sweet.
trend, I'm just like I can't even wrap my head around it. So that is all we did all day
Listen,
today.
we are content creators. That is our job. And so Halloween is such like a high profile holiday that we have to take advantage of.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. So
Hilarious.
welcome to our podcast.
Yes, welcome.
This is a podcast about
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
But mostly about life.
Yeah.
That has an undertone of sneakers and customizing.
Yeah.
But
pretty much is like what we do.
yeah.
Our daily lives.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Oh my gosh, I totally did not start the timer. So
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna reduce this like by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we don't go over. Okay. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
We are talking about what was the name of our live? I don't know. Like they said what?
Yeah.
kind of thing. But basically,
Yeah.
like we get these really weird or like funny or insulting messages. Either they're in DMs or they leave it as a public comment for us under some of our posts. And we thought that we would share that with you today. And like, mind you, every single time I get a comment like this and I'll send it to Anne, and then Anne just goes off. She's like, block, tell him to go and like, you know, like just all the things come up because of course we're like super defensive. But I think at the end of the day, like some of these things looking back on them are totally funny.
It's
so
really funny, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm also getting to a place where like I'll see a comment and then that's kind of like not a nice comment. But my initial reaction, this is where I think growth has happened for me, where I'll see the comment and my immediate reaction was like, oh my God, ha 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 ha. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
funny. Whereas like compared to before, my initial reaction to it would be like, oh my God, that's so me.
yeah,
You know? And I think I'm sort of getting to a place where like, okay, if I'm getting more randos commenting not so great things on my account, that means I'm getting more eyeballs. So I'm like trying to see the silver lining within what's happening.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So anyway, so we thought today on Halloween, it would be hilarious if we pulled those comments up. We're not going to say who it is.
Yeah.
They're public comments that has not been deleted. So if you're really curious and you want to defend us, feel free to go into our account and
Yep.
give them a piece of your mind.
Yep. Hilarious.
But I have some pulled up right now.
you go first.
Well, okay, the most common one is like barf face.
No way. You
Yes.
get that?
Yes, I get barf face. I actually
How dare they?
I know.
Are you kidding?
See, like the other person, like okay, it's like Vicky and I, like we're soul sisters, you know, like
Yeah.
SOUL as well as SOLE, and so like we're always like more mad for the other person than like us being mad ourselves.
Like, do
You
you
know?
have eyeballs? Can you even see what you're like? What are you even looking? Barf at what? It's
Yeah.
not even okay. Granted,
But-
on the internet, on this like the World Wide Web, there are a lot of barf face customs. Okay, I will not lie. Not every custom is made equal, but yours, like that almost doesn't make any sense to me. And it's like you just have zero taste. Like not only are you incapable of accepting new things and like new takes on things, you are just like dumb. You're so stupid.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You're so nice.
See what I mean? No, but you see what I mean? Like those comments are just
No.
it's crazy.
Like, okay, so like barf face, it's interesting to me because I'm like, okay, so these are the people that are like maybe buying like general release, like hype item. Granted, like I have a lot of friends who are into hype stuff, like good on you, but I can also be like, like same sentiment,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like I know we're super sassy today, like in our outfits, hilarious.
This is our alter ego.
Oh my gosh.
Anderson Dusk, and I'm a big sea turtle.
Oh
You know?
my gosh, we gotta name your turtle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, this
Okay.
is the twerking turtle.
Oh, twerking turtle. Okay.
I was twerking. Yeah,
Great.
I'm TT today.
Okay, great. Yeah, so like I get that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's insane.
and then so I just go like
And again, like I totally agree with you because my stance is always that like if you get any kind of negative comments, you have reached like the sneaker, like just our little community surrounding what we do is typically like people who do the same things, right? Like our
Mhm.
friends,
Yeah.
you know, other like sneaker artists, other customizers, other shoemakers. And they're very nice with the comments because these are people that know how long it takes to do what we do.
Or
right?
if like
Or
they don't like it, they just won't make a comment.
Yes, exactly.
You know, They're just
exactly.
like the
That's
host.
another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and for me, it's just like every single time I see a weird comment, I'm like, getting out there, like getting my stuff out there,
Mhm.
you know, and like, but like, why barf face? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. I feel like in order for you to hate something so much, or like you have so much time on your hands that you go out and like take the trouble to write a negative comment is like beyond me. I have no idea how these people have so much time
Mhm.
like to comment negative things. If I see something I don't like, I swipe it so that
Yeah.
the algorithm doesn't bring it back up for me, you know?
That is just the okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, see, but you're savvy with like social media because it's exactly to your point. Like people forget that when you engage with something on social media, like they keep track of all of it.
Yeah.
And they will keep feeding you the content that you are engaging to.
Yeah.
So if you don't like something, don't engage with it.
Exactly.
Like, guys.
Okay. But then there's that quote from Cardi B, which I absolutely love. She's like at an award ceremony
Yeah.
and she's just like,
Oh,
thank
yes.
you to all of my haters because you are the ones that keep watching my videos and giving me views and like impressions. And that's the same thing here. So you know what? Can't touch us. Can't touch us.
Okay.
Okay. I have one. So I don't have too many on like my own page.
Yeah.
Because like I said, majority is like they're really people are just really nice.
Yeah.
But this happens a lot on reposted content, like when my content gets reposted on another, like you know, and those accounts are usually bigger and they've got a more general audience.
I should look at that.
And yeah, you should go and check, see if you can find some cool ones. So I recently posted a pumpkin video, right? So this is a reposted one. This person says, "What a waste of a good sneaker."
Clearly, they don't know what you
Yeah.
do.
And then the next one is, "Y'all people will mess up some shoes and call it dope. SMH." And then another one, "This is a waste of time."
But listen, okay, so how do you feel when you read those comments? Let's dissect this a little bit because I know a lot of our colleagues in this industry do similar things that we do. And this is not exclusive to us. Like it happens to our friends and doesn't matter what level you're at, you know, everybody has something to say about what you do. So like, can you tell our people like how you deal with it? Because maybe it'll help our friends.
I think it's just really like not paying too much attention to it. I think this whole time, the thing about social media that really gets me like down is not necessarily the comments that I receive. It's more like me focusing on something else. So for me, like comments are just engagement. I just like it's a perspective change, you know. I just treat it as something else. Like no matter what you say something positive, say something negative, my post gets engagement. And the only thing that brings me down is really like numbers sometimes. So just not giving people the power is like really important. You know, you do your stuff. You're the one there's like this TikTok sound or whatever, like soundbite that's like why would I pay you to do it if I could do it? But like they're the ones that are sitting there typing this comment. You're the one that's doing something. You're the one that's putting effort into building your brand, building your business. Like honestly, I don't care. I'm just like, do whatever, say whatever. It only helps me at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I think, but it wasn't always like that, though, right? Like I think in the beginning, like was there a period of time where you took it a little bit more personally?
The thing is, I came into social media, like I approached it as a beast that I already kind of formed like quite a negative, like a negative impression about. So
Okay.
I like kind of tiptoed around it. I was like, oh, social media, are there going to be a lot of creeps? There are going to be a lot of things. And I actually was pleasantly surprised when I started that like the community itself was very nice. So that's kind of like that was my introduction to it. But what about yours?
I mean, Vicky, wait, hold on. That's your introduction to it. But until you get that bleep pic,
Yeah.
then that's a whole other thing where it's like, okay, a lot of people are seeing your stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, of course, they're like random people, and some. I think. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Maybe like certain days you'll get comments or DMs coming in it, and they will trigger you. But I think it's more that people are rude or whatever. I'm fine with people saying like, oh, that's ugly, like your shoe, you did an ugly job. Like I respect that. Everybody has their own opinions,
Yeah.
but it's more just like sometimes certain interactions, like for example, if I posted a story, right, and I'm asking people questions, and a lot of people will respond with inappropriate answers.
Yeah.
Like,
because like you kind of asked for it, sort of thing. Like
I know.
You put yourself out there and like kind of open it like free for all.
Yes.
And people like, it's like,
yes,
okay,
and they take
this is my
advantage of
platform.
that.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm like, if you see my page and you scroll through everything, I don't put myself out there. I just associate my face with shoes, right? It's typically sneaker content. It's like what I'm doing to build my business, and it's all of that. It's not really like, I'm not here asking if you want to take me out on a date, like
Yeah,
it's more things like that kind of bother me, because I'm like, well, does everybody get this kind of like these kinds of DMs?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a girl thing? And like, I'm not putting anything where it's like, oh, look at my face, like, like all power to people that do that. But
I love your flappers. Okay, like
these are great
doing
props.
all these like hand gestures,
Yeah.
but she's wearing like her costume, which has flappers, which is like hilarious. It looked like she's trying to throw signs, but there's no signs.
There's no signs.
Okay,
So they're
sorry.
flippers. Yeah, but like it's stuff like that that I'll be like, what the heck? Like, let me just do what I do. I want to interact with people who are truly like in it for the content that I'm making, and that's more fun than if you're just trying to, make a move, which is like the stupidest thing, because nobody on Instagram is going to go out on a date with you because
yeah. And also, can I just point out that almost 100% of these randos that make these comments don't even follow us.
Oh my God.
Guys,
that is almost like instantly I'm like, yeah, okay. Like,
You don't matter.
I don't want to waste time
Like-
on you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, but like tell me about yours. Tell me about your like experience with these things, and like and you were saying that it changed a little bit. So it's almost like,
yeah, it definitely has changed for me. In the beginning, I took it a little bit more personally, and I really think it's because I was inexperienced with it. And inexperienced in the sense that when I first started my social media page, I mean, everybody who are my friends are my actual friends.
yeah.
And
yeah.
so everyone's super kind, everyone's super supportive. And so like I'm trying to think, like maybe when I got to 3,000 or 4,000 followers, that some of these like randos started commenting like not very nice things. And I think initially I took it really personally, because I think, you think about how much effort and energy you put into creating content. But not only that, in the beginning, we were just kind of like getting comfortable with putting ourselves out there.
Yeah. It's a very vulnerable experience.
Yeah, it is. And then but then that vulnerability is with yourself. Like it's not it's sort of like a shared experience that you can like have with another person. Like this is your Instagram account, this is your content, you're in charge of it, you're going to put yourself out there. And
Totally.
I think what people don't think about when they make those comments is like how much it has taken this person to even get to a place where they can feel comfortable in putting themselves out there, for them to actually come back and like, destroy it in a second. And then so in the beginning I took it kind of personally. And then because again, that comes from the inexperience. And then once things started going a little bit more, and I'm receiving more of those type of comments, then I started to learn how to deal with it better, and it's one of those things where also like I read a lot of self-help books, and so, one of the things that I often come across, or advice is like, we always focus on that one negative comment when we have like 100 positive comments, but like one negative thing really just sometimes like has such a greater impact on you, like your mental health, than all the other great things that's happened in your life. And I think we are the one that allows ourselves to do that. We have allowed that person to take control of us and our emotions. And once I realized that was what's happening, like it became easier.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I know and I think part of that also comes from like, I know design is very subjective, and I know my style is very me, and I know like, it's not everybody is going to appreciate it, and that's okay, and so I think just again having like a support group like you and my friends who really support me in what I do, and then also just remind myself that like it's not you, it's them. It's their own insecurities, it's whatever it is that they're dealing with, like it's not your problem.
Exactly.
And they're just like deflecting whatever they're going through on you.
Absolutely. And I think there's actually so much benefit. I remember like, you were the person that told me if there's anything that makes you uncomfortable, or like if you are the good thing about having your own account is you're creating your own space, right? Your own platform to do what you do. And if those comments that are negative affect you, you can always take that power. You have that power and you can get rid of those comments. And I really liked, that as well. It's like, no, you don't have to be bullied online by people just because, people feel like they're free to say whatever they want. Sure. But on my channel, on my account, I can just easily block and delete you.
Yes.
Right? And so like that ultimately is like something you have to know, that you have the power to do that, and you don't need to be affected by it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is no guilt in doing that. Like I am notorious for blocking people because like
if it doesn't serve you,
it does not serve me in any way.
Yeah.
Or my community in any way.
Yeah.
Like bye.
Bye. Exactly. And I think like another thing is the funny, I always turn it into like more like a comical experience, because the worst comments, okay, one, we keep the receipts for, obviously, because we're doing this video. And two, it's like I will take 15 minutes to sit there and think of a comeback, for a terrible comment. It's like, what a waste of time. Or like, that's ugly. Yes. Cool. Thanks. Like what do you write back to the person? But like when you can kind of find the comedy in it and how ridiculous their comment is, then again, that will alleviate a lot of your negative feelings to yourself too.
Yeah.
Right. Because at the end of the day, social media is so draining that you need to protect yourself ultimately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But do you have another comment for us?
I do. Another one is just like
freaking bar face.
Why?
Why?
A person left a comment. Why?
Yes.
Basically, like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
And then like a cry laughing face. Like, why? Why are you doing this?
Like these people
like,
find it.
Why are you commenting on my post? Like, why? Okay.
Another thing is like when you read these comments to me, I just imagine the person, like this imaginary person, literally like sitting on the couch, like laying down and then being like, haha, like I'm so funny. I'm so smart for writing this comment. Like, why are you doing this? It's like waste of time, like, and I never picture like a very, proper, professional, respectable person writing you these comments. It's always just like a troll. It's a troll out there. That's what we call them, And I think it's like, Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
There are like so many people are doing exactly the same thing that yes, what we do might be not everybody's cup of tea, or it's not what you think looks cool or looks beautiful, but hey, we're just having fun and we're experimenting.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Anything else on
That's
your side?
so funny. Okay, let me see if I have another one.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay, so I'll follow up while you look
Okay.
for another one.
Okay.
So another one that's similar to why is another person left. Why would you do this? And then another person like commented on the person that commented, "Why would you do this?" and added, "Yeah, lost AF."
Like, come on,
you know what I
people.
do?
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, which I'm like.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Like,
helping me with my engagement.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm like exactly to your point. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. A comment that I always get is, I would never buy these. Like, I would never. Okay, but I'm not selling them.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to buy them, you probably can't get your hands on them. So,
Okay, girl.
you know, jokes on you. I can't do a drum noise.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like a lot of just like stupid comments.
Yeah.
There's a comment I get sometimes is like, could you tell me how to grow my account? Do you buy followers? I get that. I've gotten that a couple times.
Spam.
Just like, do you buy followers? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Just like,
We're very against buying followers.
yeah, like obviously
Yeah.
I'm sitting here posting comments or posting content.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Why
Yeah.
are you saying that?
Yeah,
Do you have another one?
I do. I have a couple more. The latest shoe that I made is called it's part of the SOS Save Our Shoe series. It's the tongue tied Air Force One High that has a Vibram outsole, and it's like a booty, and it has interchangeable tongues, and then and it has like around the sort of like there's a wrap like a foxing around the shoe that it's like has a scalloped edge.
Mhm.
And then this person commented, WTF is that program style? And first of all, that's offensive, okay? Like not just to me,
Mm-hmm.
but to the people.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yes, to the people.
Yes.
And also it's like, where are you getting that from? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. I'll like your comment. Thank you for helping me with my engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, but that was one of the comments where like when I first read it, I laughed. I
Yeah.
was like, this doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of funny.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
It's hilarious. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people they take so much effort to write out a comment that either doesn't make sense or is very insulting or is just like straight up not nice at
Yeah.
all. And it's like, why?
It's
You
fine.
know,
It's
why,
fine.
Why do you have so much time on
Yeah.
your hands?
And then another person recently on one of the videos that I did not a tutorial, but I guess it's kind of a tutorial about like a tool that I really like.
Mhm.
And then he commented clown. And I'm sorry I'm making the assumption as a he,
Yeah.
but I didn't even look into it.
Mhm,
But he or she commented clown.
Right.
And that was also another one where I was kind of confused by it, but I'm like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
Like, great, that's
Mhm.
fine. But I'm like, why is that necessary? You know?
It's a pot calling a kettle black. You're the clown. You're the clown.
Yeah, girl. Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
not the clown. You're the clown. Okay. Like, and then like, what do you respond? Do you normally like just like their comment or
Yeah, I
do you
don't.
ignore
I
it?
like,
Do you-
and then I don't. I either like or like I just ignore it.
Yeah.
And then I don't engage with it because I don't want them to think that they got me
Mhm.
to engage with them
Yeah.
because they made a not so great comment.
Mm,
And so
yeah.
I never engage with them
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
don't want to invite and give them a platform
Feed the
thinking that
trolls.
this is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there has been a time when I have received like certain comments I receive, I don't quite understand. I'm not like the best with internet lingo, like the lingo that people use these days. So sometimes I'm very confused when I'm answering, like, and I do it in batch, right? Like, like you take an hour of your time and you're just like, thank you for the support,
Yes, yep.
like, love you so much.
got
Like,
to.
and you have to, because we really do appreciate when people take the time to leave comments, because time is a luxury these days.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes I will come across a comment where I don't quite know what they're saying. And so that almost piques my interest. And I will respond with like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to
Yeah.
say? Or what do you mean by that? And then they will respond. And sometimes it's like the same, troll comments. But other times it's like, no, like they were trying to communicate something with us. They just said it in a way that we didn't understand. So the lack of understanding there. And like, after you clarify, then it becomes a lot clearer. It's like, oh, okay, they were trying to say something to you, or like give you some kind of feedback that wasn't necessarily just for the sake of being mean, but
That's actually a really good point. So do you ever get those comments? Like, she's squeaking right now because she stuffed balloons in her shell, and so the squeaking noise like is when she moves around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sit here.
Do you ever get those comments where you it's another language and you have to hit translation?
Yes.
Those are okay. I recently got one where I was like, I don't understand. I'm confused by this comment. Is it supposed to be nice? Is it not nice? It kind of, it's like a fine line.
Yeah.
And then so I hit translate because I didn't understand language. And then it translated to, what a beautiful bitch. And I'm like, and then but like the laugh face.
You're like, thank you.
So I was like,
but-
wait, is this like, do you like my shoe? Do you not like my shoe?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what
Are you
is this
calling my shoe a
comment?
bitch?
Right. Or are you
Or
calling me a bitch? Like, what is this comment? Right.
That
And
one.
then so I'm like, okay, there's a language barrier here. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I should engage with this, so I'm not going to.
Yeah. Heart. Like.
Yeah.
Like, is that thank you? Is that a compliment, or are you trying to
Yeah.
insult me?
Yeah.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The number of times I've been called mama in my DMs is
Wait, in
very
your
uncomfortable.
DMs?
Oh yeah, all the
Wait,
time.
Wait.
All the time.
Wait, are there anything before and after, Mama?
It's like, mama, how are you? Or like, mama, teach me your ways. Like, mama,
I've never gotten
teach
Mama
me.
before.
Yeah.
Wait.
And I'm like, why are you calling me mama? I feel
Wait,
very
is that like
uncomfortable.
a lingo thing that I don't know about? Like,
I don't
what is
know.
that?
I don't know. And I'm just like,
Do not come into my DMs and give me
Okay.
that. You guys. I'm like, I don't need to know.
we're
Wait.
asking for it.
What? What does that mean?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, but
no
also
idea.
leave it in the comment in our YouTube channel. I would love to know what that means.
Mhm.
And is that like a Gen Z thing? Like,
Yeah.
teach me your ways.
Yeah.
But don't call me that.
What? Don't call me mama, please.
Yeah.
Please. I have another one that I sent you. This one I actually
Oh,
sent
yes.
you like
Yes.
via
Yes,
text message.
Give it to me.
First thing in the morning, you turn on your phone, and of course social media pops up. You have to like, answer to your
Okay, wait, hold on.
messages and whatnot.
You have notification turned on.
I do.
Okay, I do
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. But then
Okay.
it like racks up, and then I'll be like,
Clear.
clear all,
Yeah.
and I'm fine doing that,
Okay.
But this person says, looks like shit. And like this video was actually of a piece that I was working on. So it was the balloon up tempos. So it was already something that I was like iffy about myself, artistically speaking. And, I had told Anne about it. I'm like, Anne, I don't know if I really like this design. Like, I'm thinking about acetoning it and doing it again, which I am going to do. But
No.
like,
But I pushed you.
yeah. And you're just like, Anne was like, no, just post it. People are going to love it.
Yes.
Like do
You're
that.
Too
And
close to it.
yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
yeah, and it did really well. The post, like in general, did really well. But like, of course, there's this one. It's like what you said, 1 out of 100. Comments that
Or
are
200,
positive.
300.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So many comments that are like positive, and then you get looks like shit. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Oh wait, now our episode has to be rated.
I know.
Because
sorry,
I said
guys.
sorry.
No,
I
and I
meant
said
SHIT.
bitch and- yeah.
Yeah.
And we said
Okay,
shit.
but this is
okay.
like a more savage video,
Yeah.
so that's fine. Yeah. So like just sometimes like I think you forget that. I mean, sometimes we forget that the people we're interacting with, like if you're talking about like thousands of people, that every single person that leaves a comment is a person, you know? So like putting that into acknowledgement is good. And then the reverse is also true, where if you're messaging someone or if you're commenting something negative, that person who receives it is not a robot. Like, I can't afford a robot to read my messages.
Yeah.
I'm reading the messages, you know? And like the amount of work that we put in to create that content, that's just mean, you know?
And also, Vicky, can I just say, like, so I have about close to 9,500 followers now.
Yeah.
But even for me at this number, so I can't imagine how you do it. Like, you have more than double of what I have, and like I already feel like I can keep up with the GMs,
It's a
you
lot.
know.
Yeah.
And so like I just, again, like, this is very selfish. Well, not selfish. I need to get over that. Like, this is not selfish of us, but like, if you're like, I'm just asking people to be like, be considerate of whoever you want to engage with, and be considerate of their time.
Mhm.
And I know this might be asking a lot of some people because they just don't understand that concept and they don't have that sort of consideration or courtesy.
Yeah.
But, you know, we always talk about how, like, in social media, well, like, just in running a business, like, we're the social media manager, we're the marketing person, we're the PR person, we're the artist that creates the product. We have to do admin. We have to, you know, all these things that we have to take pictures, videographer, photographer, like all of these things we're doing
Everything.
on our own.
Yeah.
And so like, respect, you know, for like the type of work that the artist that I can't even say like you admire, because if you're making a negative comment, like, do you really admire them? But you're just being a troll, you know?
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot of time and effort. Like, think about that, the things that takes you a lot of time and effort, and, you know, and sort of parallel that against what you're making a comment on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's a lot, you know, for
Mhm.
us to have to like take the time out to like engage with you,
Mhm.
you know? So
Yep.
like, let's not waste each other's time, and like, let's make it meaningful.
Yeah.
You know?
And let's just be nice to each other, people. Like,
Yeah.
and I encourage anyone who doesn't understand what we're talking about and doesn't agree with any of this, start your own social media channel. And then you'll understand how much it actually takes and what all of this entails, you know? And like, I think it's so funny, especially in DMs, how people are so entitled. They're so
Oh,
entitled
girl.
to your attention. They're so entitled to your knowledge. They're so entitled to your time. Like, who's brought up like this? Honestly,
Yeah.
like, it makes
And
me
then,
sick,
again,
you know?
I'm not saying we're Beyonce's,
Yeah.
you know, but like, would you DM like Beyonce?
Yeah.
Like, teach me your ways.
Yeah.
Like, how did you do it?
Right.
Like, you
or like,
wouldn't.
yo, how do you, it's usually like, yo, how do I get this? Yo,
Yeah.
how did you do this? Yo, like,
Yeah.
how do I make the paint stay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, who's yo? Like, I'm not gonna, especially if you're asking for something, like
Yeah.
you, for example, it's like, oh, I saw this video of what you were doing. I'm really fascinated. I want to learn how to do that. You don't go up to somebody and say, how do I do that? Without any like addressee, like nothing at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's even, this is just pure, like, just being polite. It's
just
etiquette.
good manners.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good manners.
the world's kind of lacking good manners,
Yeah.
especially on social media.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I hate to say it. Like,
Mhm.
I've came across a lot of like a-holes that
Mhm.
I just like delete,
Yep.
delete. Bye.
Yep. And I'll just
Yeah.
like, sometimes I will open it and I'll read it and I'll leave it unread, because you don't deserve my time if you can't
Yeah.
even be nice to me, and you can't even make me feel good about offering you that knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
But like, generally in my DMs, if you message me about anything, if I know the answer to it or anything, like, even if I knew somebody who did, I would take the time out, literally, you know, sit there texting people in my DMs. But I'm not going to do that when somebody's like just rude, like pure,
Totally.
you know?
Totally.
So if you want something, be nice. That is what we learned in kindergarten. That is what we're still trying to learn, or, you know, tell people now. So
Yeah.
But-
That being said, I just want to remind all of our, you know, people in our community, you know, and people who do what we do and who might have gotten not so great comments in their social media post. And I know this is, again, like, easier said than done, but please remember, you know, to focus on all the great comments, because those deserve your attention so much more than that one negative comment, and we should never allow that to outweigh all the great comments
Yeah.
and all the great people in our lives. And so if you if you just need a reminder, if you need a friend, like please check in with this episode. Like
Mhm.
we are here for you.
Yeah.
Like we share your pain, and it doesn't have to be a pain because we can just laugh about it and
Yeah.
move on with our lives
Yeah.
because they don't serve us. They don't deserve our attention.
Yeah.
So remember that,
Mhm.
people.
And if you get a social media post out, does not matter how many likes it gets, how many comments, how many positive, negative, whatever, we applaud you for even just getting it done, just putting it out there.
100%. Do
Yeah.
not lose yourself as a person and as an artist
Mhm.
to
I love
please
that
other
message.
people.
Yeah, yeah. Totally.
We have to remind ourselves that too. Like I
Mhm.
had a moment earlier where I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, should I post that? No, I shouldn't. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know, it's not shoe content. Who cares? This is my account. I get to do whatever the heck I want.
Exactly.
So here we are.
Exactly.
Dude, we're so
And
sassy today.
it's the costumes, I swear.
It's totally Sasha Fierce.
But actually, every time we talk about this stuff, we get sassy.
we get like a little passionate about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you
Yes.
like this podcast, please rate us, give us a rating, like, subscribe, comment. It really helps other people find this podcast.
Yes.
In the meantime,
Happy Halloween!
we'll see you next time. Bye, 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 oh my god, that's so fun.
We are
okay.
crazy. Okay.
Okay, wait,
Log off.
wait, we're
Oh.
still like, hi,
Wait.
hi,
Hi,
wait,
everyone.
Wait, is there any comments?
We had, all right, that's cool, great video. See?
Okay, wait,
See?
what is
Positive.
What about that
Thank
one?
you.
Wait, what is that one?
I think that negative comments are fun because you get to see how much your community cares through their responses to the troll. Oh, that's a good one
yes.
too.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
A
Thank
lot
you
of
for
people
saying that.
will protect you.
Without you even
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like don't mess with the followers because a lot of we start with a lot of friends too and family and we're building a community of just love. So yeah, don't play.
Yes. Yes, got you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, you guys. We got
Hi.
a comment. Redline 25 says, "Hi, ladies.
Hi,
Keep up the
hi,
great
hi.
work. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. All
Appreciate
right.
you.
Happy Halloween. We
Okay,
gotta go.
stay safe.
Anne's gonna go hand out candy.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
And all right. Have a good
Okay,
night. Bye. 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 Ah,
Oh my god.
I'm stuck.
Wait, okay.
Okay.
Get stuck.
End stream. Yeah.